So, guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Obviously, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about SGI, so SGI10 is going to be this, not this Saturday, sorry, Saturday the 7th of May. It's going to be at the usual place, Maryhill Community Hall in Glasgow. Now, it's going to be a historic event. It's going to be the first pay-per-view, obviously, SGI's ever had. Obviously, it's been built up over a number of years, and now they're going live with the pay-per-view, which is going to be absolutely awesome to see. They obviously announced it tonight, commentators. Or there's going to be me. I'm going to be one of the commentators. So it's going to be awesome to commentate on, obviously, all these matches that are coming up. And I'm going to have, obviously, a person with me that's going to be commentating, obviously, a special guest. So that's going to be announced hopefully very, very soon. So keep your eyes peeled out for that. So already promises to be a fantastic card. I mean, the card was released earlier in the week. And I mean, this is an unbelievable card from start to finish. So a lot of great young talent from across the UK and Ireland are going to be on the card that night, as well as some older guys. So we're going to see some of the old heads on there as well. So going to be a great night. Now, pay-per-view, as I mentioned, pay-per-view details have also just been released, Scottish Grappling, so make sure you head over there and obviously check out the pay-per-view details. There is tickets available, so obviously, again, Scottish Grappling takes you through to their booking site. So again, make sure you get tickets or the pay-per-view for this, because this is going to be an awesome card. Now, my next guest is going to be on the show that night, so absolutely buzzing to see Jack Cochran of Carlson Gracie. Carlson Gracie Hull coming up and obviously going to be putting on a show that night. He's going to be up against Finnley Brown of Gracie Barra Dundee. Obviously, Finnley, we got some words from Finnley just yesterday, so we managed to get Monday. We got a chat with Finnley. So yeah, listen, Jack, I'm absolutely buzzing to see you next month, buddy.
Yeah, so am I, mate. I'm buzzing for it.
Listen, I've heard so many good things about you. As I said before we came on air, I don't normally get messages before interviews to tell me about people, because normally I know about whoever it is I'm speaking to, but people were messaging me and telling me so much great stuff about you. So yeah, listen, the hype is coming, man. The hype is real.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
But how's training? Obviously, I mean, Carlson Gracie Hull, we know it's a fucking awesome setup you guys have. So how's training going for yourself?
Mate, training constantly, two times a night sometimes throughout the week, like Monday to Sunday, all the way through.
Yeah.
I've obviously got SGI lined up, and then weekly I make my MMA debut. So
that's at Unity, yeah?
Just constantly training, mate.
Yeah. So that's your MMA debut is at Unity, I believe?
Yeah, Unity Fighting Championships, mate, yeah.
Yeah. I had what's his name? The guy that runs it messaged me. I should know this, but he messaged me as well, just saying obviously you were going to be on Unity a week later as well. Obviously your MMA debut. So I mean, how's everything going for that then? How's the training going for the MMA debut?
Yeah, it's going great, mate. Yeah, cardio's great, feeling sharp on the feet. Even just my wrestling's just took it to a next level with this training camp.
Yeah. And I'd say that, I mean, you're in the best place.
Yeah, mate,
in the UK at the moment for grappling, especially grappling, because obviously we know what Owen's out there doing, and obviously the rest of the guys, male and female, at Carlson Gracie are going out there and smashing it wherever they go at the moment.
Yeah, mate. Everyone's, especially our place, you know, everyone's just so game for it. Everyone wants to compete. even the lads that don't want to compete, they're all in there just trying to take each other's heads off.
It's
crazy.
And we always see the pictures. I mean, obviously Owen, and everybody puts pictures up, and everybody's standing with their tops off, and everybody's fucking got six packs and big muscles and stuff like that. So always great pictures.
Yeah, mate, it's quality.
Yeah. Makes me jealous, man. I'm sitting here. I don't have a 6-pack, man. I've got a 24-pack maybe. So it makes me jealous, obviously, seeing the pictures that you guys are always popping up. But it's tough. It's tough roles, tough gym. Carlson Gracie, very tough.
Yeah. Every session's tough. You don't. There's no slack nights. There's no nights where you get to chill and just go in and just do tech drills. It's always intense, mate.
Yeah, yeah. Always love the videos as well. I mean, Owen obviously puts up a videos, and I always laugh because a lot of people don't put on like training videos and stuff
No,
like that.
yeah.
Whereas Owen's like, do you know what? I don't care. He says I put it up there so that if anybody ever wants to, I've got anybody in a fight, if they want to use any of the stuff against me that I've been teaching, then fair dues. But nobody does it. Nobody's done it
No,
yet.
yeah, mate.
So
No, exactly.
yeah. And then what about you then? So obviously, Grapple Kings, sorry, not Grapple Kings, sorry, SGI10. What? How did you find out then you were going to be on the card, Jack?
Well, obviously, I seen a few of the boys on SGI9, and it just looks like an absolute manic event. Everyone just going at it toe to toe. Then Owen let me know that there was a slot ready for under 65 weight category.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd just jump on it straight away. I was like, it's a big show, just get straight on it.
Yeah, yeah. And it's going to be brilliant as well. I mean, obviously, we talked about the pay-per-view. It's going to be the first time it's going to be on pay-per-view. So there's going to be a lot more eyes on it than there normally is as well. So people will get to see you in action that maybe didn't get to see you before unless they were in the crowd and things like that. So
yeah, mate, yeah, definitely.
Does that add on a little bit more pressure, or again, does that not phase you at all?
Don't phase me at all, mate. Pressure makes diamonds at the end of the day. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. We had a couple of boys, obviously a couple of your boys. Ben, we mentioned, obviously, just saying he was hyped for this interview.
Yeah.
Henry Watkins, is that one of your boys as well?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Yeah. Henry just saying, "Come on, my boy, Cochran." So, obviously,
they all love it.
One of the lads. So, and then what about this year? So obviously you got Unity coming up. So MMA debut. I mean, obviously you're going to be going from grappling to then a week later MMA. So how do you? Because obviously I say to people, especially going for, let's say, MMA fighters coming into grappling, because it must be difficult to maybe, because you're in a position, you're like, I can just punch the guy here or do whatever. How do you adjust your training between the two?
I don't really adjust my training. All my training is for either. They work for either. As you say, Owen shows you the training videos. Majority of the grappling at Carlson Gracie, the wrestling style based, you can use in MMA. It's more dominant. I'm trying to take control of the fight.
Yeah. So no real adjustments apart from obviously striking and
I'd add the striking to my training schedule, but like it'll be a surprise for them on May 14th at Unity. Big surprise.
Yeah. No, we're buzzing for that again. When I heard about that as well, I was like, man. And again, I know through Owen and speaking to Owen how good the guys in his gym are, and we're now starting to see it. Obviously, you're coming out, and we've got obviously a lot more on the show this time. We had a lot on the show the last time as well, and now getting to see. People are now getting to see exactly what Carlson Gracie Hull have been doing with everybody that's coming through.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Once a few lads get on a few shows and everyone starts getting fight fever in the gym, everyone wants to start stepping onto the big shows.
Yeah. Nah, listen, we love it. And you guys bring a crowd as well. I mean, the last time they came, there was quite a few people. I think they came up in a bus and they were up in cars, and there was a big turnout. At one point, I remember Owen was fighting Jack Brown, and Jack Brown pulled guard, and the whole crowd was like, boo, boo.
Nah, yeah, man, yeah.
And that was just all the Hull guys, and they were louder than anybody else in the whole venue. So, yeah, definitely a lot of them will be coming up to represent this time as well.
Yeah, mate, definitely.
Yeah, and again, we're getting comments coming in galore here, man. So again, obviously, Callum Dyer, come on, Cockars, nice flat cap. There's your man Joseph Kirk. Where's the brown bow tie?
Mate, they wanted me to wear it to walk out in, mate. They wanted me to walk out in it.
We got Jordan Lamb, the state of them cauliflower ears.
Mate.
And then we got Callum Dyer, Carlson Mackie. Is that Mackie or?
God knows, mate.
So, Joseph Kirk as well. I tell you what, I've got fight fever, baby. So, So definitely, Joseph, as I said, it's always a fight when Carlson Gracie Hull turn up. Gives a gig, Carol. Callum Dyer again. And yeah, mate, the comments are going on and on and on. So that just shows. I mean, as I said, normally we don't get many comments at all. As I said, normally it's we get the odd comment, but as I say, for you, I mean, people, obviously your boys
Mate,
love you.
all the boys are on board, mate. All the boys on the train.
Yeah, yeah. How does a family feel? Obviously, because again, when I talk to people, especially young fighters, obviously, like when you go in, like maybe mum or dad or whoever, and sometimes the family, you know, I mean, some families maybe not 100% behind people. Other families are always 100% behind. So, how did the family feel with you going into, especially MMA?
Mate, to be honest, when I first stepped into the gym, my mum wasn't too happy. She was a bit anxious about it all. But my dad, my brother, they're all there all the time. My brother's started training recently, and he's on fire. So I'm sure you'll see him on a few shows soon.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, they're all backing it. They're all behind it. Yeah.
And I mean, you're a sporting person. I mean, obviously, I saw football and rugby, especially, and so you've always been into kind of sports, and not just any sport, but obviously physical sports, like the rugby. So, and you did quite well in rugby as well.
Yeah, well, I've played rugby majority of my life, represented Yorkshire, played against Australia, all stuff like that. So it's just like I've been brought up being like playing sports all my life.
Yeah, yeah. And rugby, you still doing rugby, or is that you now concentrating on?
That's me. Hung up the boots now, mate.
Retired.
Beginning of last year, when COVID was about, stopped playing. Was just basically doing home workouts because I couldn't go to the gym and stuff. Yeah. As soon as restrictions came out, that's when I just stepped in the Carlson Gracie Hall, stepped into there and started cracking at that and just fell in love with it.
Yeah, yeah. So now retired from rugby, and listen, rugby's loss is obviously our gain, definitely our gain.
Yeah,
so, comments again, Ben talking about riot in the comments section for this animal. Giddy for the fight, me. So again, Ben, and then Joseph just saying loves the channel. Good to bring exposure to these sorts of guys. Listen, I love it. I mean, I'd say this for me. People look at this as hard work, but do you know what I mean? I could sit and talk about jiu-jitsu and that for hours. Do you know what I mean? So, and I'd say just to see, I mean, especially young guys coming through, like see yourself and a lot of young people I speak to, and to see, because I've seen some fighters, some grapplers go from being white belts to now being some of the top grapplers in the UK. So I've seen it. Do you know what I mean? And it's brilliant to be a part of it. And then you come in Welly Thursday, Jack.
Possibly, mate. We never know. I never know what's going to happen.
And then Ben just say, look, top work, Stoomboy. So, listen, this is easy stuff for me. Easy stuff. And then, obviously, after Unity then. So, obviously, after SGI, Unity, what's your plans, Jack? What else would you like to see yourself doing?
This year, I definitely want to get another grappling event in, if possible. Get a few more of them in. Possibly another amateur MMA fight towards the end of the year. Just try and keep the intensity up on my training and not just slack off a bit. No, I don't like having a rest period. I don't like it. Just like training constantly, keeping fit, keeping healthy, and helping my brother out as well because he's starting to compete. He's starting to start smoking people in his divisions. So
So we're going to see the Cochran brothers just come.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I saw your picture with the Tolo brothers. So this is going to be the Cochran brothers. Yeah. I love it. I love it. And then what about competition? Because I know you do local comps as well. What you kind of more preference to, local comps or submission onlys?
Well, I like submission onlys. I like the thought of just going in there, going as hard as possible for a set amount of time. You don't have to worry about scoring points. You're just there to work hard and try and get the sub.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy some of the local competition setups, like the Empire competitions that they do. Yeah. They usually have them in Leeds, so it's not a far trek for those boys in Hull to get up there. We usually get a big setup, load of lads there. So hopefully get a few of them in.
Yeah. Because it's good to get them in as well. Obviously, get the experience from them, and obviously you're heading off to like the submission only. Submission only, it's kill or be killed, as you know. Do you know what I mean? It's 1-on-1. There's no. Do you know what I mean? You're preparing for one person. So, but yeah, listen, it's going to be a big year for you. Definitely going to be a big year for you.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm buzzing to be part of it. Buzzing to see you doing your thing. I mean, you'll speak a load of times.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah.
I speak to Owen. Owen seems to have something going on every other week, so I'm
He's constantly busy, constantly on it, constantly smashing people, mate.
Yes. Again, comments. People's heads are coming off in May. Obviously, Henry Watkins, Cochran, put him in the grave, and then obviously just Joseph Kirk. Just some gorillas there. Obviously, Carlson Gracie. We always talked about this. I spoke to Jonah. Jonah was hilarious. Do you know what I mean? Talked about anything south of Sheffield was France, and do you know what I mean? And everybody at Carlson Gracie is brilliant to watch. So, and then final thing for you then, Jack. So, anybody you want to shout out to? So, obviously your friends, family members, teammates, anything like that.
Yeah, well, definitely just all the boys at Carlson Gracie Hull. Definitely Owen and Julie, who just run the place, like the top-notch gym, one of the top gyms in the UK.
Yeah.
Obviously, all the boys commenting now, ready to get on the train. And my family and the Dunstan boys at work as well, just giving me shit every day. Give them a shout out as well.
Nice. So there we go, guys. We're going to have Jack Cochran, Carlson Gracie Hull is going to be up against Finnley Brown, Gracie Baja Dundee. As I say, two young, promising grapplers. It's going to be a great matchup. As I say, one that obviously when I seen the card, obviously I looked through the card, and obviously knowing what I know about Finnley, and obviously hearing the details I'm getting about Jack, this is going to be an unbelievable matchup. So obviously make sure. Get your tickets directly from Scottish Grappling on their Facebook page. It will take you through to their booking site. Or if you can't make the event, make sure that you do get the pay-per-view. All the details are on the Scottish Grappling page. So that's going to be Saturday, 7th of May, SGI10. So, Jack, listen, absolute pleasure, buddy, talking to you.
Yeah, same to you, mate. Excited for it.
Definitely. Listen, thank you again. And we'll see you next month, buddy. All right?
See you later, mate.
Take it easy.